Hello everyone, I welcome you back to my channel and I trust you all are doing very great. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how I made this lovely African print shift dress. And guess what? It is beginners friendly. This dress was made on one of my live streams. I decided to re-upload it here. So if you are new to this channel, you are highly welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate you. Please do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. So first things first, you are going to be folding your fabric with the widest part of your body, and you also determine the length of your dress. So this picture you are seeing now was my inspiration, like I copied it to make mine. Although I made the sketch on my paper because I was actually doing this video live, so I was showing it to my viewers. You will be needing two different fabrics for this design. You will determine the one that will be the lower part and the one that will be on the upper part. So right here I'd cut out the upper and the lower part. So to make things easy, I decided to join the two before taking my measurement. So from this arrangement, I placed two fabrics together, that is the front piece and the back piece. The only difference is that the back panel is just like 2 or 1.5 inches wider. Otherwise they are the same because I am joining the two so that I can cut everything once. So the neck width and neck depth I used was like 3 inches deep and about 4 inches wide, but I think next time I'll be using 4 inches by 4 inches. Then my shoulder measurement is 18. Then I marked 8. You have to divide it by 2. I made my shoulder slant, which was about 1 inch. I created my armhole measurement, that was about 8.2. Because it's a shift dress, it doesn't have to be too fitted, so I added about 1.5 inches to 2 inches for easy wearing. After drawing the armhole line, you would draw that horizontal line to form the chest line. So for the back neckline, I just came down by 1 inch and I still maintained the same neck width. Note, if you are taking your measurement for the back panel, don't take it from the beginning, take it from where I took for the front piece, okay? Otherwise you'll miss your measurements. Then on that chest line, I marked my round bust measurement divided by 4. Then I added extra 2 inches for easy wearing or for seam allowance. Then for the armhole, I just divided by that line by 2 and I came in by 1/2 inch. I then used my armhole ruler to make that curve. So after getting this, you go back to your shoulder, place your tape there and mark your bust line. So I'm going to mark that and that will be my bust line. So the same measurement I put on that chest line is also what I'll put on that bust line. That is my round bust measurement divided by 4 plus my seam allowance. Okay. Then from that shoulder, we can go straight to the hip. Although if you mark your half length, it's not bad, but it's a free gown, it's not a blouse. I just went straight ahead to the hip. But if you are doing making a blouse, you should introduce your half length. So that's from my shoulder to my hip, which I'll be marking too. So I'll put my hip measurement, and that hip measurement divided by 4, I will transfer it all the way down. So this is me just marking my hip measurement divided by 4, and of course I'll add my seam allowance, and I'll create a curve. I will shapen it. Yeah, it has to be shapen. The reason why I'm shaping it, I skipped the half length measurement. It was deliberate. So I will take this measurement that I marked here, I will just transfer it down. But if you look at the dress very well, it's not like it's pencil, like it was a bit of A shape. So I drew this line in a way that it will spread a little, okay? Because I'm not going to add slits. I didn't add slits, so I had to make that lower part a bit wider. So this is me just creating my figure 8 shape. So I just use my free hand to create that shape, and that is it, guys. Very simple. Then I will be cutting out now. But before I do that, this shoulder I will just come out by half an inch. I'll come up by half an inch for joining. If you don't do that, the cloth will be shorter. So there are two ways to doing it. Either you add half an inch to the shoulder, or you add it to the full length of the dress. It's totally fine. So once I was done creating all the markings, I just went ahead to cut out. So this is the lower part, that's the hemming. I just made it very neat and cut out the excess. So I've cut out the neck for neck design for both the front and the back piece, and here is the shoulder part. I'm cutting out very straightforward. So I will take out the front panel, but before I do that, I will need to cut out my armhole. You know, I just marked it before, so the back armhole and front armhole are not the same. So the front armhole is a bit deeper, so that was what I did there. Then this for the back piece, I just went ahead to open it up, okay, because there will be zipper there. And in order not to have zip bulge, I just use my free hand to shape on that place, like to take out about quarter of an inch or half an inch, so that when you attach your zipper, it won't be bulgy at the back. Now let's go to the sleeve. If you look at the sleeve again, you will see that is a mixture of two fabrics, the main part and the other part that will just be along the hem. Okay, so this for the bigger part of the sleeve, I use this fabric. I have my basic sleeve pattern. So I uploaded this video some weeks back. So I really explained how I created this sleeve, because I didn't want to go over it again. So I will tag that video to this video to show you how I made this basic sleeve. Since I was already having my basic sleeve pattern, I just placed it on my fabric, and you can determine how long or how short you want it to be. You can see I folded it there because I didn't want it to be too long, because I'll be attaching another fabric to the lower part of the sleeve. So that was why I cut it that way. And you can also see that I added maybe extra 1 inch around for sewing. Okay, so here I want to shape on it in a way that I will get the front part and the back part. So the front part is a bit deep. You see the way I'm carving it, that's for the front part of the sleeve, and the back part you just leave it like that. This piece is for the lower part of the sleeve. This one is easy, so you will determine how wide or how wide you want it to be. So here I was just trying to use my eyes to determine how wide it will be, and I cut off the excess. If you are cutting off the excess, I would suggest you fold it like this. You saw what I did there, guys. When you fold it before cutting, you won't there won't be shortage of fabric on that lower part, the hemming part. Okay, so that is it for the markings and the cutting. So it's now time to stitch. So this part of this video will be very fast. It will be very fast. It's just to show you how I joined the fabrics. This is the back part of the dress, so I just joined the two pieces together like as you see me do. Then I will mark where the zipper will end. I think I marked about 26 because that zipper was really very long, so I just marked that spot, and you will tack it so that when you loosen the back panels later, it won't loosen. Then just join the two right sides of your front piece and your back piece together as you see me do, and join it. Sorry I didn't show you how I piped the neck of this dress. I already have different videos on that on this channel. I use my orange color bias to pipe the neck because I don't want the video to be too long actually. So I've joined the two shoulders together. Then here you will retake your measurements. You just retake your measurement and stitch on the sides. It's very easy, very easy. So when I was convinced that, oh, this is how I want it to be and the shapes, I just stitched on the side. You can see the extra allowance I added, because I used to fluctuate. Sometimes I increase in size, sometimes I reduce. So I like putting enough allowance in my clothes, in all my clothes. so that I'll be able to rock them for a very long time. So I'm done stitching on the two sides. I flip to the right side. We'll be working on the sleeves now. For the lower part of the sleeve, you just fold it into two on the right side. Then you join it to this main piece of your sleeve, and here is how it looks. You can even go ahead to top stitch so that it will flatten out. So when I was done doing that, I just used my hot iron to iron it flat. Okay, so I will take it to the ironing table now to iron it flat. I did it for the two sleeves. Okay, so you can see that the beauty is popping. Then you can also go ahead to notch that sleeve cap. Yeah, is this yeah, sleeve cap, so that you will know the point you'll be attaching to the dress. Okay, so when I was done ironing it like this, I tried to give it a very good ironing so that everything will, will balance out well. So if you want to attach your sleeve to your dress, you make sure your dress or your blouse or your top is on the right side. Okay, you do it like this, then you place the right side of your sleeve just as you can see in this video, and you will stitch from that sleeve cap to one end and from that same sleeve cap to the other end. So it's going to be like this. Okay, when I was done sewing the two, I flipped it to the wrong side, and you will just go ahead to sew it straight to meet the body of the dress. Very easy. So I was just cutting out the excess here. Very easy. You see, that's the best way to fix your sleeve, so that when the armpit is too tight, you can loosen it. Okay, so guys, it's ready. So the last part of this dress is just to hem the lower part. But guys, I noticed that after stitching it was too long, so off the camera I just reduced the length of the main fabric before attaching the lower part. Otherwise, this is how I made the dress, but it was too long. I wanted it to be on my knee, but it was a bit long. I reduced it. So guys, this is how to make a simple shift dress that will make you look like a big lady, a very rich lady. In fact, I even went ahead to attach stones. Can you see the way the dress is glittering? I attached some stones so that to make it look very good. If you have watched this video to this point, I believe you learned something, especially if you're a beginner. I know you learned something from this video. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and once again, if you are new to this channel, you are most welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate you. Please do not forget to like, comment and share.